Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I've been thinking about the way that my behavior has changed since becoming Muslim. And there are times where I have old behaviors that pop up. And this is like completely normal. I didn't accept Islam until 2020 when I was 29 years old, or 28 years old. And so most of my life was without Islam. And even though I was a Christian, I didn't have the same sense of behavior. I didn't have the same sense of carrying myself with dignity or carrying myself with hijab. And hijab isn't just this cloth covering my head. Hijab isn't just modesty of how you appear to others. Hijab is also in your behavior. It's also in how you handle yourself with grace, how you respond to other people, and it's more encompassing of your entire mindset than just a covering. And I never had that sense before Islam. And after Islam, I am more conscious of my actions and what I do and say, especially in public, because since I do wear a covering, I am automatically going to be a visual representative of Islam. So the way I act, I know, is going to reflect on Islam, especially since I'm American and became Muslim in America. This was always in my mind, because just as any stereotype can hurt a group of people or a religious idea, so can it help. And the stereotype of Muslim women being calm, gentle, and submissive, these are good things. Submissive to Allah, that we want to worship Him. We want to cover ourselves as He commanded us to, because it's part of our worship. It's part of doing what Allah loves. And this also in turn makes us feel more comfortable, more at peace, just in daily life. Having this modesty, it's an expression of my love for Allah. But there, again, are some times where old behaviors, negative behaviors pop up. And I feel sometimes that considering, again, spent most of my life not as a Muslim, I feel like I'm doing okay as far as how I, restrain, how I don't react intensely, especially in public. that this is a sign of growth, that I've gotten better at not just controlling my emotions, but taking a step back from my emotions, especially during conflicts, before responding. But there are definitely some moments where I do not think and I just lash out. And unfortunately, my husband gets the brunt of that. And before I was married, my parents got the brunt of that. And it always makes me feel just messy and just upset, and like I couldn't possibly like make up for it or ask them for forgiveness afterwards, because like I lashed out, I yelled, or I screamed, or I punched a wall or something. Like, this type of violence is still in me. It didn't go away. It has been subdued quite a lot with Islam, but it's still there. And sometimes, like, I feel like I just need to scream to just get it out, because I don't know what to do with it. It's just too much energy, whether I'm overstimulated or overwhelmed or anxious. Like, I don't have that control yet. And I say yet, inshallah, that I will have the control someday. But this is also like the wisdom of Allah when it comes to your parents, how you should honor them, how you should talk to them, but that parents also have an amazing quality of being patient, that they've been training our entire lives being patient with us, from when we were toddlers yelling about the fact that we put the shoe on the wrong foot, or yelling about the fact that we couldn't pet the raccoon when we wanted to, even though I did still pet the raccoon. Like, this type of thing, this patience that our parents have, should also be a quality that we look for in our spouse. And my husband has it in spades. Like, the things this man puts up with me is just, sometimes it's unbelievable. And for a long time, I felt like my chaotic, my violent outbursts, my anger would drive him away, because previously, that's what happened. The people that I thought would stay, the people that I thought would love me, didn't, after I had an outburst. But my husband, he just loves me more. And it truly is something like in Islam, that your spouse is the person who gives you peace. And he has given me so much peace in being comfortable with who I am, being comfortable with my own emotions, that he's not gonna leave ever. And like, I try to do the same for him, because how much peace that gives me is indescribable. It's second only to the peace that Allah gives me in Islam. Like, your spouse is meant to give you peace. And this idea that some women have about romance, big gestures, the Hollywood type love, the excitement, adventure, those things, they're not as important. If someone only gives you excitement, if someone only gives you the crazy, out of control love, or like love bombs you every time you have an issue instead of just calmly helping you through, that love isn't gonna last. You need someone that is going to give you peace above all else. And again, sometimes like I feel like my violent outbursts, one day, you know, when we first got married, that I thought one day this is what's gonna drive him away. This is what's gonna stop him from loving me. But it hasn't. He continues to love me. He continues to be patient with me and calm me down. And sometimes I just need to calm down and take some space, and that's okay. Like, you need to know when to just take a breather. But overall, he's the one who calms me down. He's the one who gives me peace. Especially when, like, I don't know what to do with my emotions. They're too much. They're too big for me to even handle calmly. And I feel like, you know, especially when I was first Muslim and previous years, I feel like I always was ashamed of my emotions and how crazy or out of control they could get. I always felt like I needed to be fixed. But through gently loving me, through being patient with me, those emotions are settling. They are getting comfortable in my body, that it's okay to have this intensity sometimes, but it's not gonna make you unlovable. And if you're with someone who doesn't want to be around you during these times, or if you're with someone who tells you that it's too much for them to handle. And that's a very, very clear sign that they are not your person. This peace that Allah gives us as a sign that we found our spouse is something to be taken very seriously. Because again, this peace is second only to Allah's comfort and mercy and love in Islam. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. I feel so blessed, and this feeling also helps me in dealing with those intense, strong emotions. And since becoming Muslim, since being married, they are fewer and far between than they were, because of who I'm with. And I just am thankful. I'm thankful to Allah. I'm thankful to my husband. I'm thankful to my parents for showing me what patience looks like in the first place. But yeah. Inshallah. My goal is to be even more, again, not technically controlled, but even more at ease with my emotions, that I can take a step back if things get too intense. Scream, punch into a pillow, maybe, but inshallah, that's my goal. But yeah, whatever emotions you're having, Allah, His peace will help you, and inshallah, everyone in the Ummah finds a peaceful spouse to get them through as well. But yeah, inshallah. I hope all of you are well. May Allah keep you happy, healthy, and safe.